In the 21st century, we've cured diseases our ancestors feared. We have advanced medicine, instant access to information, and an abundance of food. By all accounts, we should be living longer than ever. And yet, we aren't. For decades, life expectancy in developed nations like the United States climbed steadily upward. But recently, that climb has stalled. We've hit a wall. For the vast majority of people, living past 80 isn't just a challenge. It feels like an insurmountable barrier. Why? Why do so many of us struggle to see 85, 90, or 100? If you ask most people, they'll blame the big things: cancer, heart attacks, genetic bad luck. But the truth is far more subtle. The real culprits aren't just these acute diseases. They are the 5 unexpected reasons that quietly, day by day, year after year, shorten our lives. And the most surprising part, most of them are hiding in plain sight. Reason number 1, the psychological killer, a lack of purpose. We spend our entire adult lives striving for one goal: retirement, the day we finally stop working. But for a shocking number of people, particularly men, the day they retire is the day they begin to die. This isn't just feeling sad, it's a biological event. Consider the blue zones, areas like Okinawa, Japan, or Sardinia, Italy, where living to 100 is common. They don't have a word for retirement. In Okinawa, they have ikigai, your reason for being. In Costa Rica, it's plan de vida, your plan for life. In the West, we have retirement parties. A 2017 study from Oregon State University found that healthy adults who retired just 1 year past the age of 65 had an 11% lower risk of death, regardless of their health. Why? Because work, even if stressful, provides 2 critical things: a daily routine and a sense of purpose. When that purpose vanishes, the body's stress response system goes haywire. Cortisol levels, the stress hormone, remain high. This leads to cognitive decline, a weakened immune system, and a measurable increase in mortality. We don't just lose our job, we lose our reason to get up in the morning. And the body, quite literally, begins to shut down.
Reason number 2. The social killer, chronic loneliness. Let's be clear. Being alone is not the same as feeling alone. Solitude can be rejuvenating. Loneliness is a poison. In our hyper-connected digital world, we are more isolated than ever. We've replaced front porch conversations with text messages and community gatherings with social media feeds. And this is having a devastating effect on our biology. Dr. Julianne Holt-Lundstad, a leading researcher at BYU, conducted a meta-analysis of nearly 150 studies. Her findings were horrifying. Chronic loneliness, the subjective feeling of being isolated, is as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It is more dangerous than obesity. When you are lonely, your body enters a state of high alert, a primal fight or flight response. It perceives the isolation as a threat. This triggers a cascade of chronic, low-grade inflammation. Your blood pressure rises, your sleep quality plummets, your immune cells actually change their function, focusing on bacterial threats rather than viral ones, leaving you vulnerable. In the U.S., over 40% of seniors report feeling lonely regularly. We are social animals. We are not designed to age in isolation. We are designed for a tribe. And by losing that tribe, we are losing years of our lives. Reason number 3. The hidden, physical killer. The active couch potato. You might think this doesn't apply to you. You go to the gym. You hit your 10,000 steps. You're active. But here's the terrifying question. What do you do for the other 12, 13, or 14 hours of the day? This is the active couch potato paradox, a concept that is baffling researchers. You can be dedicated to exercise, but if you spend the vast majority of your day sitting, you may be negating almost all of your hard work. A 2015 study in the Annals of Internal Medicine was a wake-up call. It found that prolonged sitting was linked to a higher risk of heart disease, cancer, and type 2 diabetes, even for people who exercised regularly. Here's why. The human body is built for constant, low-level movement. When you sit for more than 90 minutes, the electrical activity in your leg muscles shuts off. Your body's production of lipoprotein lipase, an enzyme that vacuums fat out of your bloodstream, plummets by 90%. Your 60-minute jog is fantastic, but it is not a magical antidote to 12 hours of inactivity. That inactivity quietly disrupts your entire metabolic system day after day, leading to weight gain, poor circulation, and a slow systemic breakdown. We are not just dying from a lack of exercise, we are dying from an excess of sitting. Reason number 4. The dietary killer. Insulin resistance and inflammaging. For decades, we were told the enemy was fat. Then, we were told it was salt. But the true hidden enemy is something far more pervasive, chronic, low-grade inflammation. Scientists even have a new name for it, inflammaging. This isn't the acute inflammation you get from a cut. This is silent, systemic fire burning inside your body, fueled by our modern diet. The primary culprit: sugar, refined carbohydrates, and processed seed oils. When we consume these foods, our blood sugar spikes, and our body releases a flood of insulin to manage it. Do this thousands of times, year after year, and our cells stop listening. They become insulin resistant. This is the starting gun for almost every major age-related disease. Once your cells are insulin resistant, the sugar and fat have nowhere to go. They float in the bloodstream, damaging blood vessels, leading to heart disease, accumulating in the liver, fatty liver disease, and even crossing the blood-brain barrier. In fact, many scientists now refer to Alzheimer's as type 3 diabetes. They found that the same insulin resistance that plagues the body also plagues the brain, starving brain cells of energy and creating the amyloid plaques associated with dementia. We're not just getting older, we are being inflamed from the inside out.
Reason number 5. The environmental killer. Disrupted circadian rhythms. For all of human history, our lives were governed by one simple clock: the sun. We rose with the light, we worked, and when it got dark, we rested. Today, we live in a 24-hour world. This isn't just about not getting enough sleep. This is about the total disruption of our master biological clock, our circadian rhythm. This internal clock doesn't just control sleep. It controls everything: your hormones, your digestion, your body temperature, and your cellular repair. And we are destroying it. We stare at blue light-emitting screens late into the night.
tricking our brains into thinking it's still daytime. This suppresses melatonin, our hormone of darkness and repair. We eat dinner at 9 p.m., forcing our digestive system to work when it's supposed to be shutting down. We work night shifts or have inconsistent sleep schedules, throwing our entire hormonal symphony into chaos. A 2019 study from the Salk Institute found that this disruption is a major driver of aging. When your internal clocks are out of sync, your body's repair processes fail. Cellular cleanup, known as autophagy, doesn't happen efficiently. DNA damage accumulates. The body ages faster. We've forgotten a fundamental biological truth. We are not separate from nature. We are nature. And by declaring war on the night, we have declared war on our own longevity. Purpose, connection, movement, fuel, and rhythm. These are the 5 unexpected factors that determine not just if we live past 80, but how we live past 80. The modern world, for all its wonders, has systematically undermined these 5 pillars of health. We've gained convenience, but we've lost our purpose. We've gained connectivity, but we've lost connection. We've gained comfort, but we've lost movement. Living a long, healthy life is not about finding a magic pill. It's not about dodging one specific disease. It's about consciously and deliberately rebuilding these pillars. It's about finding your ikigai. It's about turning off the screen and having a real conversation. It's about standing up, walking, and moving constantly. It's about eating real food. And it's about respecting the ancient, powerful rhythm of day and night. Living past 80 is not a game of genetic chance. It's a choice. A choice to reclaim what the modern world has taken from us.